The following is a sponsored program paid for by Robin Gwaltney Group-RE Results. Welcome to Rochester Real Estate, featuring Robin Gwaltney from Gwaltney Group-RE Results and Andy Brownell. Here's Andy Brownell on Rochester's News Talk, 1340 KROC AM and 96.9 FM.
Good morning, it's Andy Brownell along with Robin Gwaltney Group-RE Results on News Talk 1340 KROC AM and 96.9 FM. Starting out a gorgeous Memorial Day weekend.
Yay!
Yes. This forecast is, well, I hate to say it, almost too good to be true.
It's the official welcome to summer.
Yep.
That's for sure.
And we've been, I don't know, I don't remember the last time we had all 3 days forecast to be nice days.
Actually, all 4, because a lot of people bugged out of work yesterday, right? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's good. We deserve it.
Well, we're not here to talk about the weather. We just couldn't resist it.
When it's bad, we want to complain about it. When it's nice, we want to brag about it.
Well, you know, I'm sorry. Minnesota summers are the best summers in the
for sure.
In the country, for crying out loud.
For sure.
But we're here to talk about real estate market. And we often talk about the impact of what are now, 5 to 6% interest rates now for mortgages?
Still over 6.
Okay.
But the 30-year fixed rate averaged 6.39 this past week, and it has remained under 6.5 for the last 4 weeks. So this is good. It's offering, buyers more stability for sure.
And here's a sign. I haven't paid attention to it. I haven't seen a headline anywhere regarding interest rates.
Ah, very good point. Very good point. People are settling in. They're accepting the new normal.
Which was the old normal before the pandemic.
Exactly. The fact of the matter is the steady rates really instill more confidence in the home buyers, right? And so now we are actually going to see, because of that, I think my prediction is more people are going to start building again.
That would be a good thing.
I think we'll see an increase in new construction. That would be a good thing. They're definitely buying. They're definitely buying houses.
We built our house at 9.5%.
Yeah, exactly. I do get really frustrated because when I hear about people saying, "Oh, but sales are down. Geez, you guys, I saw that year over year, 23% fewer homes were sold." Yeah, that's true. But year over year, we have 25% fewer homes to sell.
Funny how that works.
In which case, we are selling fewer homes because we don't have them to sell. But we're still selling all that we have to sell. Okay, we are sitting at about a month worth of inventory, month and a half worth of inventory. So you list it, we'll sell it. There's no doubt about it.
I finally saw a national news program. I don't know which one of the major networks, but that's what the story was. Look at these numbers. This is the reason why.
Right.
The same things you have been talking about for months. It's the inventory.
Right. That's exactly right. So let's talk about how do these mortgage rates impact home buyers overall. Okay. So let's say that they're going to take a home loan for $250,000, and if they took it at the highest that we got to, which was 7%, their monthly mortgage would be $1,663.26.
Okay.
Now, if it just drops 1% down to 6%, you just heard me say we've been under that for the last 4 weeks. But if it got to 6%, then that drops their payment down to $1,498.88. So, I mean, that pretty much pays their car payment.
Exactly.
If they have a car payment. So just getting that 1% reduction in that interest rate frees up that, $300 or $270, $80, whatever it was. So it's really good. And then if now we take it down to 5.5% or 5%, it's just getting better and better, right? So it is definitely giving consumers confidence, and they're definitely back out there in full forces because, like I said, As soon as something is listed, as long as it's priced right and it shows well, it is sold. And if it shows really well and it's priced really right, it's selling in multiple offers for over list. I happen to know one of my team members got into a multiple offer situation this past weekend after we talked last Saturday, and he went $100,000 over.
Wow.
The house was priced at mid-sixes, and he didn't win.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing is what that is.
That's crazy is what that is.
So that's showing even at the $600,000 to $700,000 range, the same pressure as we're seeing at that $300,000 to $400,000.
I didn't see the house, but in my opinion, I mean, what logic tells me is it must have been priced on the light side.
Okay.
Right? But I'm not going to make any judgments
against
that agent because, like I said, I did not see the house.
But then the market did what it was supposed to do and brought it to where it should be.
Autocorrect. Yep, you got it. So bottom line is we still have a very good real estate market. I believe, and I've been saying this all year, that our second half is going to be busier than our first half because I've said all along that these rates are going to drop some. They're going to settle in and consumers are going to begin to be confident about, okay, that's good. That's a decent rate. I feel good about it. I can afford the payments. So I'm going to push forward. So I think it's just going to get, and then because of that, some of those people will be moving up or moving down and putting houses on the market. So we will have more inventory. So I am very, optimistic about the last half of the year. Not that the first half has been bad, but I think it's going to continue to be good and get better.
More churn in the market, right?
More churn.
Have that confidence to move up to the next house. Well, I think it's also a realization, as you were saying, the rates have become the new norm. I think there's a realization amongst those who are sitting on the fence that those 3% and less days are gone.
Yeah, I missed out.
And likely forever. I would say hopefully forever, because I've said this before. We get down to 3%. It
took a pandemic to get us there, people.
Let's just not do that again.
Yeah, let's not do that again. Not thousands and thousands of lives were lost. No. It's not worth a low interest rate for some people. It's like there's nothing wrong. I mean, I told you, Lawrence Yun predicted that by the end of 2024, we'd be sitting at between 4.5 and 5, and that's where he sees it staying for quite a while. So, hey, that's good.
That used to be really extraordinarily low interest rates.
Extraordinary low. And I think it still is. I mean, you might not think so if you had that opportunity to get lower, but I think that's a great opportunity.
I'm with you 100%. When we did ours at 9.5, that's where we ended up after refinancing 3 times at 4% with our final mortgage.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you guys are worried,
we were grinning ear to ear.
I bet, and you should have been. And this is the deal. I've said it, and I've said it, and I've said it. If you find the right house, marry the house, marry it, and date the interest rate. So let's lock you in on a 5-year ARM, get you down to, 5%. And then when the rates get lower, lock in for the rest of the 30 years of the mortgage. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and we can help you figure it out.
Oh, okay, Robin. Well, it's already time for our break, so let's do that. We'll come back and talk some more with Robin Gwaltney. Good. Robin Gwaltney, Gwaltney Group-RE results here on News Talk 1340, KROC AM and 96.9 FM.
We'll be right back with Robin Gwaltney and Andy Brownell on Rochester Real Estate. This is News Talk 1340, KROC AM and 96.9 FM. Welcome back to Rochester Real Estate with Robin Gwaltney from Gwaltney Group-RE results and Andy Brownell on Rochester's News Talk 1340 KROC AM and 96.9 FM.
Welcome back, everyone. Andy Brownell along with Robin Gwaltney, Gwaltney Group-RE results on News Talk 1340 KROC AM and 96.9 FM. Is Memorial Day weekend a good weekend to shop for homes, or is it those holiday things where people are out and about doing their thing?
Well, as a rule, I don't typically host open houses on holiday weekends because I kind of feel like the people who are out buying are serious buyers and they're with their agent. Okay,
sure,
so they're out because they need to get a house and they need to get it now.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's an awful lot of graduation open houses. People are getting the boats out for the first time, getting the campers out for the first time. We Minnesotans wait a long time for this first kickoff to summer. So
we do.
I don't really think it's going to be extremely busy out there, but I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you, in general, showings are up. Showing Time is the app we use for showings, and I have some kind of fun stats. So I'll go back to pre-pandemic levels till now.
Okay.
So I'm talking about for the month of April. Okay. So for the month of April, which, just was last month, right? In 2017, there were 157 showings in the month. In 2018, there were 166 showings.
Oh.
In 2019, there were 155. 2020, there were 128 showings. Check this out. 2021, 271. 2022, 284. And this year, in April, we had 223. So more showings than 17, 18, 19, or 20, just not as many as 21 and 22. So again, very healthy market. So what we know is that even though we have the affordability changes with the interest rates having risen and just prices going up in general, and we have a limited number of homes for sale, the demand is definitely strong and continues to get stronger. So our spring housing market this year was surprisingly active.
Yeah, that's amazing statistics. And I go back to, it was ways back, you talked about affordability and these the prices of the homes today and comparing them to what we were doing 30 to 40 years ago.
Yeah, and what we made then and what we make now. Yeah, exactly.
So the values are better today than they were then.
Right. Homes are affordable. And, the numbers are just crazy. My poor dad, I just lost my dad, but we used to talk about real estate a lot, and he'd say, people pay $400,000 for a house. I'm like, that's like getting to be the average now, Dad. He's like, that is just crazy. Just a lot, because that's just a big number when you bought houses for $12,000.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy. Of
course, you only had to pay $500 for the car, too.
Yeah, and they only made $150 an hour or whatever, right? So it's all relative, isn't it?
Oh, no, the standard of living definitely is doing much better. I mean, that's the one thing everybody with a doom and gloom outlook, I go, look at the standard of living. Look at where your great-grandparents were to your parents, to you, and now your children.
So, there's been a lot of chatter. We've been reading about rate hike after rate hike. We've been reading about the recession. We've been reading about, but it's a surprise just how strong today's job market really is, because there were 253,000 new jobs in April, which is much stronger than what people were predicting and expecting.
Yep.
So right now, unemployment is at an all-time low.
I think I saw a stat the other day.
50-year low.
But in Minnesota, there are currently 2 jobs open for every person looking for work.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of my friends had her daughter just moved back from Florida, and I said to her, where are you going to work? She goes, I can't find a job. I'm like, wait a minute. Has your butt been off the chair? Because if you can't find a job, let me help you. They're everywhere you go, they're hiring.
Oh, and some of the pay scales for what used to be entry-level work.
I'm not making this up.
$20 an hour.
I'm not making this up at all. I drove past a Taco Bell in the Twin Cities that said starting pay $15.75 an hour, $300 hiring bonus at Taco Bell. Okay.
In my day, that was $3.25 an hour.
I mean, in your day, that signing bonus could have bought you a car.
No. The signing bonus was you get one drink out of the fountain per shift.
Oh, my gosh. That is so true. That is so funny. Oh, it makes me laugh. Well, anyway, the good news is there are plenty of buyers out there right now trying to find a home. So again, all you listeners who are thinking about putting your house on the market, please, please, please do, because we will get it sold and we can find you that bigger house or smaller house or whatever it is you need. Even if you're leaving the state, I can find you an expert real estate agent in any state that you're headed to help you find something there. So we got you. We will take care of you. And that is a promise.
Well, last week when you were talking about downsizing, you had 2 nice townhome setups for very reasonable costs.
One of those sold.
I imagine it did, yeah.
But the other one is still available. But yeah, it's really fun to put things on the market that are $234,000 because there's a lot of people that can afford that. And these are nice places. I mean, really nice places.
Relatively newer construction, and
yeah, and very, very nice, very roomy, spacious. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I mean, nice. Definitely, you're going to get more bang for your buck if you buy something like that than you are if you are, renting. Here I go, beating up on renting again. I can't help myself. It's like when I know what an asset your real estate is, it's so hard for me to wrap my head around people renting. Now, I realize there are times where it's the best option for short term. But these people that are renting long term, oh my gosh.
Do the math.
Exactly. And then I hear, well, I don't want to shovel snow. Okay. Buy a townhome where there's an association. Or if you buy a house, hire somebody to shovel the snow. There's always an answer. But sometimes people just do the easy thing and just get settled in and stay. It's nice for the landlords. Those landlords love it. I have one fella that I sold a rental property to, and it's a 4-plex, and one of his renters has been there for 32 years.
Oh, my gosh.
I said to the renter, do you realize you could have owned this building a couple of times over? It's okay. I like renting. I said, all right, well, if that works for you. Works great for the landlord.
And part of it, I think, people haven't owned a home yet and they're still renting and they think about how much, you got a 30-year mortgage and I'm going to pay this. It'll take forever to have any equity. Right. They're not factoring in the increase in the value of the home every year that gives you the equity way quicker than the payments. And
it'll never build equity when you're renting. I mean, you don't build equity when you're renting. Just for somebody else, the person you're renting from.
Exactly.
So if you're just all about helping the others and not yourself, I guess it's a good way to go. But, it should be a temporary situation if you're renting. And if you are renting and you're thinking, maybe it is time for me to buy a house, maybe I don't need as much money down, or maybe I do qualify. If you are even the slightest bit interested in finding out, just pick up the phone and call me and we can figure that out.
Talk it over for sure.
Talk it through.
Let's take a break, Robin. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Robin Gwaltney, Gwaltney Group RE/MAX results on News Talk 1340, KROC AM and 96.9 FM.
We'll be right back with Robin Gwaltney and Andy Brownell on Rochester Real Estate. This is News Talk 1340, KROC AM and 96.9 FM. Welcome back to Rochester Real Estate with Robin Gwaltney from Gwaltney Group RE/MAX Results and Andy Brownell on Rochester's News Talk 1340 KROC AM and 96.9 FM.
Welcome back. It's Andy Brownell, Robin Gwaltney with Gwaltney Group RE/MAX Results. And earlier you were thinking that maybe we'll see an increase in home building activity as things have kind of normalized, which is very hopeful. But I understand that you have an opportunity to purchase new lots.
Okay, so these are for the high-end home building because these are pretty darn high-end lots, but they are beautiful. This is called Woodland Estates, and this is when you go up Meadow Crossing as if you're going to Mayo Woodlands up there, and then you head back down the hill, and at the bottom off to the left is all this gorgeous land that used to belong to Sandy Keith,
Oh, really? That was Sandy's place out there.
Uh-huh. Yep. And it's just beautiful. And it's been developed by his sons. And, oh my gosh, they did a great job. The lots are 10 acres, 5.5 acres, 6 acres, 5 acres, 4.8, 2.3, 2.46, 2.6, 3.3.
Wow.
Big lots. And I will tell you, people started buzzing. It's a small town. So people started buzzing and calling about them before they even got the road in, and we even got them officially listed. So there were some pre-sales. I think we have right now, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lots out there. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pending already. So we have half of them sold before we officially hit the market.
I imagine those are a lot of wooded lots.
They're wooded, they're gorgeous, but they're not cheap. These are the prices: $355, $400, $365, $365, $365, $375, $390, $269. That's something else. Sorry. Yep. No, that's the cheapest. So bottom line is people are putting nice, big, expensive homes here.
Yeah.
And unlike some subdivisions, they have bylaws that say there has to be one house on every lot. These guys decided if people wanted to buy 2 lots and just have a big space around them and do one house, and there have been a couple of people have done that. So there's going to be some 15 acres because somebody bought 10 plus 5 or something like that.
Nice.
So there'll be some beautiful houses out there. I'm sure.
You're right on the edge of the city.
Yeah, you feel like you're a million miles away.
I bet.
Of course you're not. But yeah, it's very peaceful and beautiful. Super proud to have this development. So now I have a gorgeous development on each end of town because, of course, I have Sally Hill out on the other side of town, where the roundabout is from 75th Street and Broadway. It's right up, it's not right on the corner, but yeah.
You can't miss the billboard, the sign.
Yeah, so
I've
got one on that side of town and now one way on the other side of town. So it's fun to have these lots, and it's fun to see the building picking up a little bit. It's fun to read articles about buyers regaining that confidence to get back out there. So, yeah, good things are ahead for sure. No doubt about that.
Do you have any other listings?
I do.
But
if you want to live downtown in one of those walkable condos in the 5 Oaks building, I've got a unit for $269, and it is 317 6th Avenue, Unit 307. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,122 square feet. Has a nice little 3-season porch off the back. I think it used to be when that building was first built, it was a 55 and over situation, but they changed that now.
Yep.
And now it's open to anybody. And so there are a lot of young professionals that live there because they like that walkability to Mayo.
Yeah, I know some people who are in that building. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so we've got some new townhomes, a 6-plex over on Supala Court. So over in the Weatherstone subdivision. And this is the third one that we did over there. We had an 8-plex first, and those all sold out before they were even constructed. And then we had a 6-plex that was mostly sold out before it was constructed. And now the last 6 of the units is done, or being completed, I should say. And they're far enough along to put them on the market. So we've got $389,900 for the corner units and $294,900 for the interior units.
Ooh.
Now these are 2 beds, 2 bath, 1,250 square feet for the interior units with a 1-car garage. And then the corner units are 3 beds, 3 baths, over 2,000 square feet with a 2-car garage. So we've got 6 of those. So this is good.
If you don't like to shovel snow or mow the lawn, there you go.
There you go. And then we've got a nice house up on 4th Street Southwest for $754,900, a big one, 6 bedrooms, 5 baths. We've got a new listing over at 1538 Redwood Lane Southwest. That one is $590,000, 5 beds, 4 baths. We still have that condo that I talked about last week on Riverwood Lane. And then we've got the Wild Wings building down in Lake City. And I talked about the lots over in Sally. So I think, I don't want to forget about this one. Couple of beauties. Scenic Park Place. Why this hasn't sold, I don't know, because it is a beautiful house. It is $1,150,000. I promise you, it was built by Rymark, and I promise you, if you had them build the same house today, it's going to be at least $100,000 more. And this one is barely lived in, and it has all the window treatments, and it backs up to the park. So if you're in the market for a big house, you're definitely going to want to check that one out. So that's about what I have, I guess.
Okay. Well, we better get out of here and start enjoying the holiday weekend.
Sounds good to me. You have a good one.
Okay, Robin. We'll talk to you next week. Robin Gwaltney. Oh, wait. What's the phone number? We're going to wait until Tuesday.
Yeah, you better call me. 507-259-4926.
Okay. Enjoy the weekend, Robin. Thank you. That's Robin Gwaltney, Gwaltney Group RE/MAX results on News Talk 1340, KROC AM and 96.9 FM.